Okay, so now we're going to look at something called a fan cost index. So this is a kind of a weird thing, but not entirely weird, but a little bit weird. This is basically something that teams can measure, or economists can measure, or people can measure how much it costs people to do things. So generally, you think about fan cost index as the average price that it costs a family of four to attend a sporting event, whether it's for baseball or football or soccer or hockey. It's literally, it tracks the cost for a family of four to attend a professional sporting event. And it generally includes, so cost family of four to attend a sporting event, and usually a professional sporting event, to attend a sporting event. And what this is used for is this is used to compare like how expensive it is for people to go to games in different places. So it's not just about tickets, right? Because you have to buy your tickets to go to whatever event you're going to. But then while you're there, especially if you're taking kids with you, they're going to want something to drink. They might want one of those little foam finger thingies. They might want a souvenir or whatever. You do have to pay for parking generally. Sometimes you have to pay for like little game programs. So what they do is they just track this, and they go to different sporting events for different teams in different cities. They buy the exact same thing. So in general, they do, let's see, it says, includes the price of 2 average price adult tickets, 2 average price child tickets, 4 small soft drinks, 2 small other drinks, which is probably not kids' drinks, 4 regular size hot dogs, parking for 1 car, 2 game programs, and 2 least expensive adult size adjustable caps. So they buy those exact same things at every single one of the little sporting events they go to, and then they can compare. And they can say, okay, well, it's more expensive to go to a game for the Spurs in San Antonio than it is to go to the Rangers. Or it's more expensive to go to a Cowboys game than it is to go to a Texans game or whatever. So that's what we're doing, is we're looking at a fan cost index, only we're going to, instead of doing sporting events, we're going to actually look at this in terms of a vacation. So it counts as a weighted average, kind of, because all the prices are not the same. So this is kind of in our weighted average section. Our weighted sums and average, right? So it counts as a weighted sum. And the reason it counts as a weighted sum is because things cost differently for adults and kids, right? So you might have an adult price and a kid price. And it's usually like children under 12 or something like that. Unless you go to the zoo is insane. So normally, like at the Houston Zoo, like an adult price ticket to the Houston Zoo is crazy expensive. They don't even give kids discounts. Like kids they give a little bit of a discount, but it's crazy expensive too. Okay, so like let's say your admission or your ticket price for an adult, maybe it's like $25. And you might have a kid price of like $17. And then sometimes they give a senior citizens discount. So I'm going to put senior, but I don't mean like in your senior year of high school. I mean like over 65. And so a lot of times that's the same price as a kid's ticket, but maybe it's like 20. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at things based on how much they cost, and we're going to figure out like the fan cost index. So I'm going to put this over. I'm going to put this onto the next page. So like let's say, here we go. So let's say we are going to, I would say a concert. That's super cheap for a concert. Let's say you're going to some kind of a county fair. Da-da-da, or a state fair or something. Okay, so your ticket price was this. And let's say for a Coke, you're just getting like a large Coke or a small Coke. And because this is Texas, everything is either a Coke or a Dr. Pepper, so just saying. So let's say that a Coke is like $4. And it's $4 for everybody. There's not a discount on that usually. And then let's say you got a hot dog, or let's say since it's a county fair, you got to get something fried. Let's say it's a corn dog. Da-da-da. Or fried Twinkie, which sounds a little bit scary. Twinkies are scary just by themselves. I don't think I want one fried. But anyway, let's say a corn dog's $5. And then let's say, well, I'm running out of room. I shouldn't have written so big. There we go. Let me shrink this down a little bit. Okay, and then let's see, everybody wanted like t-shirts. Okay, and let's say the adult t-shirts were like $20, kids t-shirts were like $10, and seniors also were adults that don't get discounts, so that would be that. So then these are our lists of prices. Let me shrink these down because that is now too big. Da-da-da. Okay, so these are our list of prices for different things. So now what we do to create the little fan cost index is we take the number of people and we multiply it by those things. So like let's say you have 2 adults. I'm going to write this in a different color, 2 adults, 2 kids, and 2 senior citizens. So we're taking grandma and grandpa. Then what we would do is we would take each of these things and we would multiply it by 2, right? Because 2 kids, 2 adults, 2 seniors. So each of these we get like this. So everything gets multiplied. I mean, this isn't like a specific formula like we did with a slugging average. We're just basically figuring out the cost of doing things, but we're doing it and it's weighted because kids things and adults things and seniors things cost different. Okay, so this we have 50 plus 34 plus 40. So 50 plus 34 plus 40. Normally I would do that in my head, but it's early. 124. So this is 8 plus 8 plus 8, so that's 24. This is 30. And then this is 40 plus 20 is 60 plus another 40. So this is $100 in t-shirts. Ugh. So then my total then, if I add all those up, my total cost to go to the county fair with grandma and grandpa and the kids would be 124 plus 24 plus 30 plus 100. So it cost me $278. And that's before playing games or doing any of that kind of stuff, which probably you have to pay extra for. So that's all we're doing. We're finding the cost of different things, and then we're assuming that we have 2 adults, 2 kids, and in this case, 2 seniors, and just we're adding them up. So it's a weighted sum because the different things cost different depending. That grammar was terrible. So yeah, things cost different based on whether it's for a kid or an adult or if you get a senior discount. So okay, so that's a fan cost index.